mainly started off at least like this. If the director of CSIR says that Sudarshan is good, it has more value than 100 people saying that I am good. 100 students saying that I am good is different from the director of CSIR saying that I am good. The director of IIC saying that I am good, I am bad. The director of IIC says that I am bad, it has an enormous effect on my credential than 10,000 people calling me good. Correct? So, it's not about how many people call you good, it's about who call you good. For example, I have a good friend by name Aishwarya Rai, not the actress, Aishwarya Rai, and we have our actress Aishwarya Rai too, but when I go on, Aishwarya Rai has a very nice blog space where she types about her culinary skills, and it's a very well maintained blog. Much better than what I might probably see if I hit Aishwarya Rai, the actress. But the point is, it doesn't show up. It knows very well that when a person types Aishwarya Rai, it's not this Aishwarya Rai, but it's this Aishwarya Rai, the actress. How does Google know it? Maybe for some of the famous actress, celebrity actress, you would have manually done it. But for most of the people, take any two people, Sudarshan and Sudarshan. You type Sudarshan, you'll get Sri Ravi Shankar's homepage. You'll not get my name. Point is, how does it know that these two people? Take two Sudarshan Iyengar as a vice chancellor from Gujarat University by name Sudarshan Iyengar. His name comes up first and not mine. How does Google know that he is famous and I am not? While actually it's the other way around. So the question is, Google does the following simple trick. It just goes around the web and sees how many people have referred to his homepage. If a couple of people from Stanford and 3 people from Harvard has put my homepage link on their homepage, I'll become famous the next day. So Google keeps scrolling, looks at these top places and sees what all is being referred by these places, goes there and sees what all are being referred by these places, etc., and that's it. And it ranks accordingly. There are a lot of nice references, even little bit of references. Me getting a reference from all the from a White House and a local White House in Bangalore is more than enough for me to become a celebrity right tomorrow itself. Question is, it's a simple algorithm, and the production of this kind of knowledge happened more or less in an island, and Google brothers had no clue of the underlying mathematics, and they did. And after this, there were a few number of results talking about how the eigenvector of this adjacency matrix converges, etc., and finally coming to what these people finally proposed, saying that if an important person calls you important, then you are important, period. Okay, so that was all about the network theory happening in Google. The next thing is, again, the next and the last thing is this was $1 million question, which I'm sure all of you will understand in no time. And again, was solved by people using some very naive technique. I'm sure all of you have logged into Amazon and clicked on some book or the other. If you Google for a book, it directly takes you to Amazon. Have you observed this in the bottom line of Amazon? It says, people who bought this also bought. Correct? So I'm sure you even know how that works. It looks at how many people bought this and bought this. Alright? But a person who has had bunch of vegetarian dishes, alright, and finally has egg, you can't suggest him chicken. Correct? You just look at the last dish that he ate. Right? He has egg, and immediately you say, oh, maybe he's a non-vegetarian. You discount on the fact that he has been having vegetarian food all the while, and finally he orders egg. It could be for his friend, it could be for himself, he might be a vegetarian. The question is, how will you take into account what he has done so far? This is the biggest challenge for this. I'm sure most of you have heard of Netflix. It's an online, they're online movie lenders. What they do is they suggest you a movie, and they'll lend that movie to you for a few dollars. So the question is, what to suggest? It really matters, right? Most of the books that I have bought in my library are all people who bought this also bought the suggestions. Right? I Google for just one book, and I take a look at all these books. At least the titles are very catchy, and I'll go ahead, click on it, and then buy them. And their recommendations are on my wish list. So I have bought only 2 books based on my recommended by my friends. Most of it is being recommended by these recommendation systems online. Now the question is, how do they do it? Netflix was not happy with the way Amazon does it. Amazon does a very simple job. It looks at, okay, you look at Bible. You take, for example, thermodynamics book by someone, right? Once someone buys this, immediately the same customer after 2 months would have bought this book. If half of them buy this book, this thermodynamics for dummies, thermodynamics made simple, then it means that it is the most frequently bought book after this book, and it is suggested this way. Right? Netflix, correct. Basic probability. Basic probability. But the point is in Netflix, they have a very unique problem. They want to understand what kind of movies you watch and what kind of movies will interest you. I would have watched 10 movies. There are 10 million movies here. Which one would catch my attention? Which review to show? This is a big problem. You cannot show just based on my last watch mood. Correct? You have to look at what kind of a genre movie I like and what kind of a movie I will probably like. So they had all this data. They drew this open question. $1 million. We have a recommendation system, but anyone who improves this by 10% will get $1 million. What's the question? They had all the data. People who bought this. For example, you have bought 20 books.